Hello friends, our subject is creating a website today. We will learn two types and characteristics of programming language. Creating a web page uses the appropriate software and software tools, and creating objects by editing web page using programming language to create. There are many languages spoken in the world, for example in Turkish, English, German, etc. In this language, hello words are different but the meaning is the same. How the people used to communicate in different languages if they use a computer user to understand the programming language they use. Software and management of computer system hardware units as well as the programming language for users to work with files created. So to run on your computer intended to be operated document files software is covered. How these files? Software designed and written with programming language. Programming language, computer hardware, video card, sound card, modem, mouse, keyboard, etc. You can use in the most comfortable way to bring the level of work. Programming languages are themselves divided into classes. Low-level programming language. So people can understand the most difficult to learn and consists of machine code as 1100-101. This command can be run directly from the microprocessor. Top-level programming language. People can understand and use the easiest and showing characteristics close to human language or language. Consists of English words not be directly executed by microprocessor to run this code. The lower level programming language into machine language compiler that translates programs they need. Below the 16 times hello operate commands of the program are given in the different programming language. Using two HTML codes, writing the HTML tags are generated web page. Label printers, HTML tags are writing programs that created the web page. This program code should be written for each step. According to the page editor is more difficult to use. Page editor. Internet page by creating edition are programs that make the code itself. Objectives are created using page. Codes are created by the program in the background. Information form. Display in a web browser that visitors enter information into a web form. Submit button. The information server side script or application will be processed by the server or sent. Server, the data processed by user or by sending back the form response by performing another action based on the content. Example, BG colors equal FF0000, screw delay equal 155, line equal middle. Test message to behavior equal alternate to marquee / marquee. Example 2. On mouse over equal this full stop stop, on mouse out equal this full stop start, then class equal key yazı to marquee, which you can write. Preview your web page. Your website on the menu to the left of the page, follow the front button on your site. Using Internet Explorer you can see how it looks. Create objects by editing web page. Publisher 2003 tailored to your needs helps you create professional looking websites. Publisher website creation, edition, publishing and updating the new features and enhanced functionality. Depending on the objects, maybe a corresponding object insertion dialog box appears. You go to a file or an object, you may want to specify the parameters. Instead, remember documents, you can add code or code before adding a tag editor for you enter information or panel may cause. If you add some objects, in design view does not open any dialog boxes, but if you add a tag in code view, object editor opens. In design view, add a few objects to the object in the remember before adding the objects causes the switch to code view. HTML page on the internet is a language used to create Microsoft Office Publisher program can work with HTML code. HTML code fragment shown in figure, click on. HTML code window that opens, click on the OK button, typing. Building a local root folder. Internet site, design page, site, files, templates, all the pictures we use, all materials must be kept in a single folder. Create a folder named site. Publisher types of page to fit your needs, including a customized website and email has the menu. New website wizard starting with one of the eye-catching, easily create a professional-looking website. New wizards include website, easy website builder templates, easy website builder option. By selecting the desired template, you can start creating your site. Specify the file name and the title of the web page or goal name we give to our page to make it look like the picture. Tools and web page options. The page title you want to name, file name, type the index. Click the OK button. Storing website. From the File menu, click Save As button. Web page, set record type and specify the file name. Index, set the file name for the home page. Let's examine a template. Let's start changing the title of template. When changing pattern, to add a new text box or delete or change the location required. To delete the text box, line text box, right click and select delete objects tab. By left clicking the text box, drag the line. Insert a text box. On the insert menu, click text box included in the template. By adding new text box, you can type the text you want. Text box coloring. Line in the template, right click the text box and select format alter shape. In the window that opens, select the fill effects from the color section. Select from two color options, color, shading. Select the style and color of the gradient of paint. Adding a picture. The picture you want to insert into folder that you created earlier, copy from the site. Easier access to your photos. To create a folder name image in the site folder. Picture from the insert menu, then click the file tab. In the window that opens, open your site folder, select your image folder. Within your image, click the add button. After adding an image to the site according to your page. Color pattern change. You can select the color you want from the pop-up window. Graphical change template. If you want, you can completely delete image from the template and add the same picture. With the method, you can add photos. Change the font. You can change the font, select from the toolbar, or you can add word art. To add a new page, on the insert menu, click the page tab. In the window that opens, click blank. At the bottom of the page, you can see the page. Add a new page that you forget to save into your site folder. File name, give a name that describes the page. This then increases the page will be easier to work with. Example, if preparing page describing the history of the school, file name or history can be that. To navigate between pages, you can navigate between pages by clicking on the page number. Page not link, edit new text box, coloring page, and you want to be part of your menu insert or history article, select and right click. In the window that opens, select the hyperlink tab. Hyperlink from the insert menu. The same process, can also click the option. In the window that opens, place in this document option and select page 2 here. Page 2 looks empty. Name. Change the title, can change the button. To create content. Now we can start creating content using what we have learned. See you in another lesson.
Today I'm going to show you how to create a very basic website using Publisher, which is not a bad way to actually create a website. So we start here by opening Publisher, and we want to go File and New, and then that should bring up some templates for us. and I'm going to go down to quick publications, and you can basically choose anything here, but I'm going to go with the waves. Okay, and create. Now the first thing I want to do is change my page size. Okay, so I'm going to create a new page size, and I just want to make it 11 by 11, and that'll just work better in your web browser. Okay, so there it is. I can change the design. If we go to page design, I can change the color scheme to something that's more to my liking. I think I'll stick with that one. Okay, and I can actually start to stretch out some of these elements to suit my broader page design. That's the one I want. Okay, you get the idea anyway. Okay, first thing. Actually, I think I'll get rid of that. That whole text box can go. And I'll bring in, I'll just create a new text box at the top here. That's going to be my heading. Let's get some decent sort of font size happening. And we'll call it my first web page. You can center that text up. And I'll get rid of this one as well. Beautiful. Okay, so there's my first web page. Now I'm going to put in some navigation bars so we can create additional pages and navigate between them. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to bring in a table. And so in this instance I'll probably just make 2 pages, but let's plan ahead, and I'm going to give it 6 columns, or 6 rows I should say, excuse me. Bring them over the side here. Just increase our page a little so that we can see what we're doing. And then I'm going to do something similar down the bottom. Insert another table. Just go 6 again. And I'll slide those down the bottom. This is going to be the way that I navigate between my pages. Okay. So in my first box I'll call this home. The second one I'll call about. The same with my table down the bottom, home. And we're actually going to hyperlink these in a moment. Okay, so there's the structure of my first web page. I'm now going to insert a duplicate page. Okay, and you'll see page 2 has now been duplicated. I'm going to put another little text box in here. I'm going to call that about me. Once again, we can change font size to something more appropriate. That's about it. Let's get another text box going down below that. And we can say here is where I write great stuff about me. Beautiful. Okay, let's get these pages linking. Okay, so the first link I want to set is here. So I can simply right click inside my my cell in my column, and I can select a hyperlink. Okay, I want to set the link to a place in this document. Okay, and I want it to go to page 1, but I'm going to change the title of that page. So I'm going to call that home and click OK. Okay, beautiful. Click OK, and there we have it. Okay, now I can actually modify my text here, hopefully. Okay, the second one I want to do is about. once again, right click and go to the hyperlink, and I want to change the title again to About. Oops. Click OK, click OK. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to check. I'm not happy that I got that first one right. I don't think I highlighted the text in the first instance, so I'm just going to try again. Place in this document, home. Okay, now I'm happy. Alright, I need to do the same with my links down the bottom. Right click, hyperlink, home. Okay. Oops. Hyperlink, about. Okay. Now I'm going to return to my first page and I'm going to create those links again. Okay, so I just paused the video while I created the links because I don't think you needed to see it again. So now I've got 2 pages created with some active hyperlinks. Okay, so if I want to go to my About page, I can just press Control at this stage and click on About, and there's my About page. And you can see my little blurb there. Here's where I write great stuff about me. I could even insert a photo of me there. And what do you know, I just happen to have one. Okay, and so I can resize that and place that wherever I like. Okay, I'm happy with that. And what I can do now is just save the publication as a publisher document. Okay, so I go into my user drive, I go into my sites folder, and I'll just create a new folder called My First Web Design, I'll call it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to save this as index. Now there's a good reason for that, because which you'll see when we run this in a browser shortly. So there it is. It's now just a single publisher file, publisher document that you've worked with probably on many occasions before. Now here's the defining moment. Let's now convert this to a web page so we can have a look at it in a browser. So this time I save as, and I want to be in my same folder in my sites, My First Web Design. You'll see the original publisher folder file sitting there. This time I want to save as a web page filtered. I do that and I click save, and it should give me a collection of files. So if I go back to my My First Web Design folder, here now is a collection of folders and files. Okay, there's pictures. It's taken all those little images and text boxes in Publisher and it's converted them to an image for me. Now, to run and have a look at my design in a browser, I simply click on Index. See, that file sits out there on its own, and it should run up as my home page, my first page. Okay, now I can see if my links should be active, and there I am. Okay, and so I can navigate between my pages. Isn't that wonderful stuff? Okay, so that's the start of your first web page in Publisher. Hope you've enjoyed it and have some success creating your own.